As usual, when their backs are against the wall, the desperate left, they'll say anything to rebound, and once again, they are playing the race card. This time it is Chris Thrill-Up-My-Leg Matthews that is leading the charge, claiming that he believes that Romney's rise in the polls is due to, quote, racial hatred of President Obama. Oh, really? Listen to this.
I think they hate Obama. They want him out of the White House more than they want to destroy Al-Qaeda. Their number one enemy in the world right now, on the right, is their hatred for Obama. And we could go into that about the white working class in the South and look at these numbers we're getting the last couple of days about racial hatred in many cases. This isn't about it being a better president. They want to get rid of this president.
And joining me with reaction to these outrageous comments, former presidential candidate, the one and only Herman Cain, Mr. 999. How are you, sir?
Fine. Thank you, Sean. Happy to be here.
You know, hate Obama. They want him out of the White House more than they want to destroy Al-Qaeda, the number one enemy of the right. Hey, can I just say one thing to Chris?
Yeah.
Chris, 17 million more Americans are on food stamps. He didn't cut the deficit in half in his first term. We have $6 trillion in new Obama debt, 25 million underemployed Americans right now, 49 million Americans in total on food stamps. That's called a failure of Obama. And he said if he didn't turn it around, one-term proposition.
Let me give a couple of more stats. The drop in median family income for black family was 11% in the last 4 years, which is twice the rate for an average white middle-income family. Secondly, the unemployment rate amongst black people is nearly twice what that so-called national unemployment rate of 7.8%. Chris Matthews and others who want to play the race card at this point, Chris Matthews, with all due respect, you are a pathetic excuse to call yourself a journalist. You're supposed to present people with the facts. You're supposed to give them information, not name call, ignore the facts, and then try to shift the subject off of failed economic policy and failed foreign policy. That's what they're doing
So the
with
same
all this
America, this came up in 2008. It was America ready to elect its first African-American president. Overwhelmingly, the country, I would argue, ignored a lot of Obama's past.
Yes.
Elected Barack Obama. They gave him a chance. He didn't fulfill his promises. So now, if America doesn't re-elect him, America's racist? Is that the conclusion there?
That's the conclusion that they're bringing, but it's also because they're desperate. They don't have anything positive economically to run on. The foreign policy is also failed. And as Governor Romney said last night, a strong America means a strong economy and a strong military. They are only playing the race card because of desperation, period.
Right. Everything has been so petty. This has been the meanest, nastiest campaign, so different than Obama 2008. Now, this war on women thing continues. Let's stick with NBC News.
Yes.
And their ever so brilliant host, Fast Eddie, whatever his name is.
I'm getting more burned up the more I think about this. All right. Now, this is the locker room today. If this is too much for you, don't listen to the radio show. I'm warning you. Women, are you awake? Do you know what this radical outfit wants to do to your rights in the workplace? Do you want them managing your vagina? Do you want them rolling back women's rights 50 years? I don't know. I'm just asking you the question. There's so many questions that we have to ask today.
I have two things to say. Ed, take your medications, okay? You have a problem, my friend. Secondly, Andrea Tantaros, who is a Fox News contributor, said it best about this whole women's thing. Women are not stupid. They still think that women are stupid enough to still focus on this trumped-up women issue. So, no, women are not stupid. I've heard and talked to many women business owners on our Job Creators Solutions Tour. Women that own businesses. They want to be able to grow their business. They want to eliminate this uncertainty that's out there.
Any of these tactics work? Your old friend Gloria Allred, she's trying to go to court to get documents on her. Any of these last-minute October surprises work?
No, they're not going to work. Because the good news that we have picked up being on this tour for the last month and a half is that most people get it if they get the right information. So what they're trying to do is what I call politics of distraction. They're desperate. And so you're going to have people like Ed going off and ranting. You're going to have your Chris Matthews of the world. Guess what? Not a lot of people are watching those shows anyway.
Do you want them managing your... forget it.
You know,
This is the guy that said we ought to rip out Dick Cheney's heart and stuff it
exactly.
back out.
This
All right.
is pure desperation on the part of the liberals.
Herman
Thank you,
Cain,
John.
you're a great American.
Thank you, my friend.
And coming up, RNC Chair Reince Priebus stops by, and 2 new ads put this election into a real perspective, and they're going to show America why 4 more years of Obama is this country's worst-case scenario. That and more next.